Wait. How do you pronounce that?
Dude, I don't know. Dude, speaking of go live for the podcast, remember when we started off as live streaming our podcast?
Yeah, because that was the original birthing idea when you first came out of my womb with that big ass head of yours. We were like, yo, we already stream. Let's just stream the show.
Yeah, and the idea was that because we were reading The Hobbit first, so I was thinking, hey, reading The Hobbit, let's discuss The Hobbit while we're playing Lord of the Rings Return to Moria.
Yes.
And
bad idea.
It didn't work out so well because we just got so like locked in on Return to Moria that we just didn't talk about Hobbit.
It was conceptually flawed to begin with because our attention spans are that of a beta fish.
What are you talking about, beta fish? I'm an alpha. Woof woof. Wait, if you were a werewolf, what would you sound like? Like let's say that you're a werewolf. You can be any breed of dog, but it's a werewolf.
So I'm a were-dog.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna pivot really quickly. I'm going to say one of the best designed werewolf noises, not werewolves.
Yeah, because that's obviously Van Helsing.
Well, the best designed werewolf, yes, that's Van Helsing. But the werewolf noise is American Werewolf in London.
I haven't seen that movie in so long since we did that watch party.
We should do a movie episode. It's really good.
I'm down for that.
It's not just like a howl. It's like an eerie, like, I don't know how to do it. I'm not a werewolf, but like, or am I? Grr. More like a howl.
A howl.
Ow. What's that song? Ow.
That's the Animal by Maroon 5.
No, that's She-Wolf by Shakira. What are you talking about? Oh man!
Unironically, I love that song just because it's so funny.
Dude, Shakira has put out some generational bangers.
Yeah.
And she cannot be beat.
She can't be trampled on. She can't be buried.
Hips don't lie.
Hips kick the dirt away.
Waka Waka, She-Wolf.
Waka Waka.
No, that's Fozzie Bear from the Muppets.
Fozzie Bear, yeah.
Yeah. If you were a Muppet, okay, wait, no. If I was a werewolf,
wait. Yeah, don't skip over my were dog question.
If I was a were dog, what would I be?
Essentially, what kind of dog do you think you are?
I think I'm an American Bully XL, but one of the stupid ones.
Okay, I can dig that.
Not like the scary ones that you see like on the street and people think they should be banned. I'm talking about the ones with the really fat heads. They look like that. let me pull up a picture because I love these dogs. This shit.
Yeah, I can 100% see that.
Oh my God. Like this is me as a dog.
Yeah, that is.
Now I'm in my head with this. I can see, I want to say this because it's cool, but there's no preconceived notions about this. A fat Rottweiler.
I was thinking Rottweiler or Boxer.
Boxer, I think you have a bias towards.
The flat face.
The flat face, yes. So the reason I say a fat Rottweiler is because I've seen the skinny Rottweilers and I've seen the fat Rottweilers. And I think like the fat ones just tend to have more personality. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I just love Rottweilers. They're so cute. I think that'll be my first dog, like as my own dog.
Or an English Lab. So we had a dog, not we, like my family had a dog. It was my aunt. And he was a black English Lab.
The first picture immediately was a black English Lab. They look sick as hell.
His name was Jake. He was fat dog. Like 130 pounds fat. Amazing dog. The story with him is they tried to take a picture of him and as a baby, and they put him up on the table. His head was so fat, he fell forward off the table. So that's why I'm like, you're probably an English Lab part of it. Anywho, Welcome back, ladies and gentlefish, boys and ghouls, bookworms and movie buffs, to yet another episode of the Barely Literate Book and Movie Club. Before we get into it, I am your part host, I guess. I am Chris, and then over here to my immediate left, say hi.
Hi, I'm the other part. We're like cat dog.
Stop scratching. Scratch dog.
Scratch dog. I like how we say that scratch dog in the same as mug root beer. Mug root beer.
Okay, the asshole who's ordering a mug root beer, what is your name?
I'm Nick.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I don't know why, dude. One of my favorite vocal stems right now is mug root beer.
I don't know where that's from.
I don't know either.
Well, we are here for the last of our movie episodes before we dive.
That's what you did there.
You won't see him in the ocean.
Into shark. No, you will not.
Into our book, Jaws. Today, we've hit a lot of heavy hitters recently for movies. I just realized that.
I feel like we should explain ourselves on why we're doing so many movie episodes. It's just been a busy time for both of us.
Yeah.
Especially me. I just went on a week-long trip to Costa Rica. But, yeah, we were just like, hey, let's just get a bunch of movie episodes out. We haven't done, like, a good stretch in a while, and we're in between books, so that's usually when we do it. But speaking of Costa Rica, and speaking of open waters, I almost had the chance to go on a charter to Ocean Fish.
I don't know what that I don't know what that string of words means.
A charter is like going on a ship,
Yeah.
like a big boat with a bunch of people to go fishing.
Ocean fish is fishing?
Yeah.
I've never heard the term ocean fish before. I thought fish were already in the ocean.
Oh, ocean fishing.
Oh, you just forgot to finish the word. I was like, what is this term?
The context I was saying was, yeah, I said the sentence wrong. I said to go on a boat and go to ocean fish when I should have go ocean fishing.
Okay.
Fishing on the ocean, guys. I'm talking about fishing on the ocean.
One, I would be very into doing that. I actually think I've done it once. And there's a story that is swimming through the ether of my brain where I was on a family trip and we went fishing. I had like a little shitty Spider-Man rod. You know, the one where like the thumb is the trigger?
The push button?
Yeah. I had one of those. I say I caught a shark because, wait, there's like levels to my delusions here. Hold on. This has to be pre-6-year-old me. I remember catching a shark because I don't remember another person fishing with me. There were like, everybody was on the boat. It was a family and it was my family and one guy. I don't know what the deal with the guy was. I remember, again, probably very false. I reeled in tiny shark, probably this big, not that big.
Okay.
We had a live tank in the boat so that fish could be kept alive. Put the shark in the live tank. You can see where I'm going with this because when we caught another fish, we opened the live tank, red.
Just red. I think that the same thing would happen if you put a bass in there. Bass are fishes.
If you were a fish.
What kind of fish do you think you would... Where fish do you think?
You would be a Goliath grouper.
Is that the one with a big-ass forehead?
No, that's a mahi-mahi, and I've said that you're that fish before. I just didn't want to repeat the joke. Actually, you know what? You probably would be a mahi-mahi because you got a big-ass forehead, and you cook up really nicely in a taco.
We did talk about if we were to lose a leg or something, consensual cannibalism.
You would be pernil.
Oh, yeah, 100%.
Yeah, we know this.
I'm too fat. Like, my diet, it's too fattening to, like, not make a pernil.
Here's the thing. I have the, like, fat caps around. I think you're saturated fat. I'm the picana. You're the Wagyu. This just jumped around. We went from were-dogs to fishing to consensual cannibalism. Wait, what the fuck are we watching? We're watching Spider-Man Brand New Day. That's what this episode is actually about. Spider-Man Brand New Day.
But anyway,
in honor of Spider-Man Brand New Day, I am wearing my red beanie.
And I'm wearing tie-dye.
Why?
Laundry day.
Oh, I was going to say, what does that have to do with Spider-Man?
Oh,
Because he washed his suit with his clothes.
Yeah.
That's
You
why.
got it.
I didn't realize he
Totally.
had yellow and pink in his suit, but whatever.
And green.
And green.
All right. I'll start us off today. Why did we choose to watch Spider-Man?
Because it's Spider-Man. Fuck it. Like, do I need to
It
read?
is,
Okay,
dude.
wait. I'm gonna get off my Marvel hatred for a second, even though there's some slight disdain. It's Spider-Man.
It's Spider-Man.
You can't hate on Spider-Man.
The Spider-Man movies are the only thing coming from the MCU that I'm excited for.
Yes, because when watching Spider-Man, I saw the Avengers Doomsday trailer, and the entire time I was like dead staring. I was looking at the screen with one eye, and then the other eye was looking at in-house analyst. And I was like, this movie's gonna fucking suck.
I don't have any faith in Doomsday.
You're not George Michael.
It's gonna be a lot of what?
Yeah, you gotta have faith.
Oh, okay. It seems like it's gonna be all fan service. Like, oh, look at this character. Look at this character. We got this character in his comic accurate suit, and they're all going to die, and you can't do anything about it. But you can watch.
Wait, what?
I saw a leak.
Why would you say that?
Yeah, that's something I heard. It's speculation. I don't know if it's real.
So let's just get into it.
Like you went to go see it, and then we had left when it reached theaters. Like it just released in theaters, and me and Ricky are just sitting there like, I really wanted to watch Spider-Man right now, but we got to go to Costa Rica. So we had to wait till we got back. And I didn't even wait a full day. I went to work 4 hours after waking up from my flight. And then after work, I was like, I'm going to go watch Spider-Man now. Like,
We ended up watching it the same night because I couldn't get tickets beforehand.
I thought you saw it on Thursday.
Friday.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Did I? Wait a minute. Let me check my calendar. Hold on. You're getting my days crossed. No, it's on Friday.
Is that a Friday? Oh, okay. But here's something cool about the theater I went to. It had like that please wait, whatever kind of random bullshit placeholder, and then it just cut right to the movie. No previews, cut right into it. I was like, okay,
All right. Speaking of previews, that's it for ours.
all right. Spider-Man: Brand New Day starts off with a big fat spoiler warning. So if you don't want to hear anything, if you didn't see the movie yet, get off now. Go listen to another Barely Litter episode, and we suggest the new one that came out today, of Evil Dead from 1981.
Yeah.
So go watch that. Go listen to that. Go watch Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Come back here when you're done.
Yeah.
This is your chance. Pause it now or forever hold your peace.
This is your chicken exit before the Tower of Terror.
Okay, we can start.
All right.
Directed by Destin Daniel Cretton, who previously directed Shang-Chi and the Legend of the Ten Rings, and written by Chris McKenna. Who's Chris McKenna? That name sounds so familiar. It's just the name McKenna. The film brings back the whole ensemble of actors and characters that we adore. Tom Holland as Peter Parker, alongside his best friends MJ, played by Zendaya, and Ned Leeds, played by Jacob Batalon. Joining the cast is John Bernthal as Frank Castle, the Punisher.
Oh, punish me.
Florence Pugh as Yelena Belova, my wife, and Mark Ruffalo as Bruce Banner.
Bruce the shark. It's all connected.
We dive into the story seeing that Peter has spent years living in a world where nobody remembers that he ever existed.
Me during a weekend when nobody texts me.
Sam.
Fuck you. You never respond.
Ah, fuck you. Set 4 years after No Way Home, Peter has deliberately remained a stranger to the people he once loved, except for Aunt May, who died, choosing instead to dedicate his life almost entirely to being Spider-Man. I got a question, actually, before we get too far into this.
Okay.
He's dedicating his entire life to being Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Where's he getting the money?
I don't know.
He has an apartment. He keeps going to buy flowers.
I know. I think in the perfect world, because he is semi-friends with the police chief, I would like to think that she kind of subsidizes Spider-Man.
I could see that. I could also see kind of a life insurance thing with Aunt May.
Or
Because even though nobody remembers,
fucking Tony Stark left him something.
maybe, Yeah, because I'm thinking nobody remembers who Peter Parker is, but there's still documentation. You know, like, hey,
Because where does he get like an industrial 3D printer that can fix
that's what I was
this
wondering.
shit?
It's not even like a 3D printer. It's a straight up fabrication machine. You can create anything from it.
He just has this shit.
I think he built that on his own to like mimic Tony Stark's.
I don't know. All I know is if I was given that machine from the private jet in Far From Home, if I remember correctly,
Yeah, it was Far From Home.
totally different thing. I would have come up with different color scheme, different everything, bro. I would have shown up looking like Purple Spawn.
Purple spot.
Had a cape and everything.
That'd be sick, though. In case you guys forgot what happened at the end of No Way Home, we'll give you a little recap. Doctor Strange was forced to conjure a spell that erased Peter Parker from everyone's memory, including those closest to him.
Except Aunt May. She did.
Except for Aunt May. She died. Peter could have attempted to reintroduce himself to MJ and Ned, but he ultimately decides that doing so would put them back into the dangerous life that had already cost them so much. Instead, Peter watches them from a distance and allows them to move forward without him. Pretty grown-up move there.
Except Aunt May. Because he visits
Except
her
Aunt May.
like every week. He's gonna get that bitch killed.
Yep, but guess what? She died.
She already did.
That's going to be the ongoing joke throughout this episode. Yeah, except for Aunt May.
Except for Aunt May.
Dead. In the years since, Peter has completely dedicated himself to being Spider-Man, becoming one of New York City's most celebrated heroes. He has taken down major criminals like Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion, a Scorpion.
Where've all the good men gone and where are all the gods?
Ooh.
Where's the streetwise Hercules to fight the rising odds? Maybe there's a white knight upon a fiery steed. Late at night I toss and I turn and I dream of what I need. I need a hero.
I'm holding out for a hero to the end of the night.
And he's gotta be strong, and he's gotta be fast, and he's gotta be fresh for the fight. That's what I think of when I see Spider-Man.
Honestly,
We haven't had a sing-along in a while.
we haven't. This is our first episode back. We played zombies last night, but this is the first episode back.
There's a lot of energy to get rid of.
So he's fighting Scorpion.
Get over
And
here.
an organization known as the Hand. And you don't know who the Hand is. I've seen the Hand before in Daredevil, the show, and I think Punisher.
I was very confused because I was like, shouldn't they have the bug eyes? I'm like, nah, that's the foot.
Yeah, fun fact about the Turtles. They are a parody of Daredevil.
Really?
Daredevil has a sensei that like taught him or mentor that taught him everything. You know his name?
Wait, shut up. Hold on. Lumber.
No, Stick.
Fuck off.
You were so close. His name is Stick. Fights a ninja organization called the Hand. And there's something else, but I can't really think of any of the other like
What's the big bad?
the big bad.
Ripper.
He's also developed a working relationship with NYPD detective Gene DeWolf, who has come to trust Spider-Man as an ally. Despite becoming more confident and experienced as a superhero, Peter remains deeply isolated. His only real connection to his former life are his regular visits to Aunt May's grave,
Because she's dead.
where he continues to process the loss of the person closest to him, because the person that's closest to him is his Aunt May,
Yeah.
and she died.
She died?
Yeah, she died.
Oh,
Big time.
shit.
She got like crushed or something, or like blown up. I don't remember. The film takes a noticeably more grounded approach to Peter's life, focusing heavily on New York streets and the consequences of Peter attempting to live almost entirely as Spider-Man.
Before you get into it, this is what I like about The Dark Knight that you don't like.
Here's the thing. Grounded approach, but still can't be superhero. Dark Knight, grounded approach, no camp at all, no like superhero, no like exotics. It's just guy in hockey pads who fights with his elbows.
Batman's not supposed to be campy.
Have you seen Adam West's Batman?
That was the 60s.
Batman is supposed to be exaggerated. He is a regular human guy who has worked his body to be the peak of peak of what humans can obtain. Christopher Nolan's Batman doesn't
Oh
doesn't
my
radiate.
God.
Okay, we're talking about Spider-Man. All right, let's not.
Okay.
But anyway, from the jump, I love this movie. The vibe, the whole him swinging through the streets of New York, I was like, oh, this is gonna be good. This is gonna be real good because it goes through a montage of him defeating all these different villains and these different criminals, and you can see the Insomniac Spider-Man video game reference, like, or not the reference, but it's
Like an homage.
It's homage.
What is
and
it?
it's,
Inspiration.
that's the word, inspiration for all the fighting. Because you've seen Spider-Man dodge on the roof where he did that like spinning roll. What are you laughing at?
That's the boy's name, Jerry. You know Jerry, don't you, sugar? All right then. Treat him like you would Jerry.
I'm excited, right?
Just pull a Django reference out of my ass.
Okay, but man, where was I going with this?
I don't know.
It was just a good time. I really liked the montage of him fighting all these criminals, the inspirations from the Insomniac Spider-Man, but also seeing these villains on screen that you've never seen before, like Scorpion. I want to say Hammerhead was the guy that was running through the wall that he dodged over.
I know Tombstone's in this.
Tombstone was in it. There's like the Boomerang guy. There's different villains. I don't know what the Boomerang guy is, but I was like, yo, it was really cool trying to figure out who was who and actually seeing that they exist and they're not just small, like on a newspaper clipping kind of thing. You know what I mean?
And how they did it in No Way Home, where they were like constellations in the sky, and you're like, okay.
Yeah. But it was just really nice. And the vibe was, you can definitely tell the change in director because it didn't feel like any of the previous Spider-Man movies. Now to continue, we are immediately launched into a dangerous pursuit involving the Punisher and Spider-Man. Castle is chasing a stolen tank that is headed straight for the Department of Damage Control prison, forcing Spider-Man to intervene before the situation causes widespread casualties.
Like Aunt May.
Exactly, because she's dead. Unable to stop the tank, it crashes straight through the prison walls. What initially looks like another chaotic criminal incident quickly becomes something much stranger when Peter discovers that the tank's driver is an elderly woman who is being controlled by a powerful telepath capable of jumping from one person's body into another. However, the telepath is unable to enter Peter's mind, making him unusually resistant to their abilities. This is actually, I knew this, right? So apparently Spider-Man's like spider senses, I think, stop telepaths from being able to read his mind easily or at all.
I have no idea. I'm not really big into comics, so like all this, inside out shit.
Yeah.
I go along with it. I'm like, cool.
But also don't fully take my word on it because I don't really read these comics. I just watch a lot of YouTube videos about the comics.
Oh, so you just take whatever crazy basement dude's word for it?
No, not some basement dude, but like, an actual YouTube show,
Like us. Go follow us on Barely Literate BMC.
Yeah. During the chaos, the telepath helps Scorpion escape from custody. The escape is only the beginning, because Peter soon learns that several damage control facilities have been attacked by someone searching for something called VMAX.
That sounds like the female equivalent to like a Blue Chew.
Put your V to the max. And it just like develops teeth. The entire movie, dude, I'm racking my brain about what VMAX could mean or what it would be in the comics.
So before it was revealed, I thought VMAX was similar to, again, Dark Knight Rises. Remember, Selena Kyle was looking for this like program. It was the clean slate, and I thought it was another program that like a database. So like VMAX was a database so the telepath could find somebody.
Okay. Peter can only think of one person who can help him track down this mysterious villain. Yelena Belova makes her appearance and gives Peter the information leading him to Bill Metzger, the director of damage control. Metzger claims that he knows nothing about VMAX, but the fact that he has hired the Hand to protect damage control facilities immediately makes Peter suspicious that the agency is hiding something much bigger.
I understand that. but like, I don't know what alternate goal he would have for hiring the Hand.
I don't know. It's just weird. And his whole spiel about like, yeah, the Hand is just a bunch of kids that needed some direction, so we gave it to them. I don't know about that. That felt way too forced. Either the Hand has something that has some kind of goal for joining damage control, or Metzger has something he's using to control them. Because while we're in damage control right here, we're seeing that they have a bunch of the weapons that the different villains are using, like Shocker's gauntlets and stuff.
Yeah.
That they're like, oh, we're trying to figure out different ways to utilize these things to make them not weapons and something useful to society. And Peter and Spider-Man's like, yeah, watch out with that. While the guy like sparks up the Shocker gauntlet.
I forgot that Shocker was in the first movie.
Yeah.
For like a second.
Peter's investigation becomes complicated when MJ and Ned return to New York after graduating from MIT, Massachusetts Institute of Technology. Peter first encounters Ned buying a beer for a party while simultaneously relapsing on an intense energy drink known as Sharkfire Energy.
Sharkfire Energy. Yeah.
This is like 400 milligrams of caffeine in that bad boy, and he's drinking it like it's some kind of crack. He's like, oh, yeah, that's the stuff.
That shit is more legal than Red 40 dye.
He was trying to ban himself at the bodega, too. He goes, hey, remember this face? Remember this face. All right, don't let me buy that ever, but let me get one. Let me get two. Last ones.
That would be you.
That'd be me at the local vape shop. Like, remember this face? Don't ever let me buy anything here ever again. Except for 2 more bottles of juice, please.
Yeah. Oh, mango? I'll take that.
Ooh. Wait, you guys got a new flavor? Give me that.
And I walk in with a cattle prod and I go, nope.
This is where Peter gets a little stalkery. He follows Ned to the party, but continues to remain anonymous, watching from a distance rather than risking another disruption to their lives. He's also holding flowers that he was going to take to Aunt May's grave because Aunt May is dead.
That's right. I forgot she's dead.
In case you guys didn't remember.
The flowers make a lot more sense now. It's kind of like integral to the story.
It really is. The situation becomes especially painful when he fuck you. I'm talking to myself. Sorry, not you.
Fuck you.
No, I'm talking to myself. I said fuck you to me.
I'm going to say fuck you to you too.
The situation becomes especially painful when he unexpectedly meets MJ and eventually sees her kiss her new boyfriend. I would be fucking sick, dude. Alright? I
was like, where did that come from?
Peter sees the love of his life, who doesn't remember a damn thing about him, kiss another dude. I thought he was going to kill himself. He started swinging all across New York, like all melancholic. He's like flying. And he just like did the plank midair. And then I thought he was just going to let himself drop. And then he's just like, all right, keep webbing and keep swinging back home.
So I saw a theory online about the boyfriend.
Yeah.
That he's actually a villain.
I had a theory, right? Because we didn't hear the guy's name, right? I have a theory that the mysterious boyfriend is Harry Osborn.
So the theory that I saw, not my theory, I saw this theory, is that the boyfriend is the Green Jackal.
The Green Jackal.
Because in the same party, the keg brand that Ned brings is called Green Jackal. And they think that the actor kind of has some resemblance to the guy. And also, it's not just some like random actor. Like the guy's been in shit before. So why would they just use him?
That's true. This is Marvel planting seeds. Just like how Ned Leeds in the comics ends up becoming a villain named the Hobgoblin. Peter returns home devastated, and the emotional turmoil seems to trigger an unexpected change in his body.
He begins playing League of Legends again.
He starts playing Diablo 3.
He goes into old school RuneScape.
He stops being Spider-Man for an entire week to play Minecraft.
Yeah, fucking drink Code Red.
Now, throughout the beginning of the movie, we keep seeing that Peter has this pain on his wrist, right? Like he's like, ah, shit. And I'm thinking carpal tunnel, man. That shit's fucking sucks.
This is you with the heart attacks.
She's like, oof, it's gonna happen. Yeah, nope, we're good.
Urgent care.
So we keep seeing this throughout the movie so far, and at this moment, if he finally starts getting dizzy, has the heart attack, passes out. He doesn't actually have a heart attack. The following morning, he discovers that his senses have become significantly more powerful and that he can now shoot organic webs directly from his wrist, like Peter 2.
He took 6 Tylenol PM and a Viagra.
He took so much Benadryl that he became the Hat Man.
He is Mr. Ben Drill. Ben A. Drill.
Ben A. Drill, just like Charles Edward Cheese.
Uncle Ben is Ben A. Drill.
Oh,
it all makes sense.
now. These abilities are different from what Peter has experienced before, and he initially has no idea why they are appearing. The new powers become increasingly difficult to control, particularly when the mysterious telepath launches another attack on the damage control facility while controlling Matt Gargan.
I have something to admit, but finish this paragraph.
I want to guess what it is.
Okay.
You didn't realize that this was the guy that played Voss.
I knew that before the movie even came out.
Okay, just check.
I didn't actually watch the movie.
You didn't watch the movie?
No, it's a joke. But I do have something to admit.
Peter loses control during the fight, brutally beating Gargan and accidentally injuring a police officer. This was crazy. All right, he did the thing. He did that. First, I think it was first, he slammed Matt Gargan, who was being controlled by the mystery telepath, into the cop car that's driving it. Right? Smacks him right in the hood. And I'm like, this is a regular guy in an exoskeleton.
Yeah.
Okay, Spider-Man, bing, right into it. Car explodes. It flies all over the place. Gargan's like, oh.
Does a Leatherface MKX X-ray move?
Yeah, and then he does that thing from the Spider-Man games where he jumps high as fuck, and then he like webs the ground, and then does like a huge slam.
Yeah.
Right onto Matt Gargan's chest. Who's, I want to repeat this again, a regular guy in an exoskeleton. Okay. I'm like, how is he not dead?
Like
all
Aunt
right,
May.
that's just armor. Like Aunt May. Yeah, Spider-Man just put both his feet on this guy's chest. Okay.
It's like that dude that knocked me down in freshman football.
If Peter was to ever accidentally break his no-kill rule, it would have been right there. Okay?
Spider-Man has canonically... Have you seen... Where it's like, how is Spider-Man not killing people? And then people screenshot their fighting moves from the Insomniac games. And it's like a heel kick to the neck.
Yeah. Whole calf right into that person's like trachea. Now, a fun fact from the comics, there is a storyline where for a long time, the Spider-Man comics were called the Superior Spider-Man. And at that time, Doc Ock had managed to swap consciousness with Peter and his own body. So Doc Ock's consciousness, stay with me here, bud. Doc Ock's consciousness was in Peter Parker's body. So he became Spider-Man, right? And Doc Ock, who was dying in his own body, was now Peter Parker in Doc Ock's body. And he died. But for some reason, Peter's consciousness still remained in his body for a little bit, kind of acting as like subconscious for Doc Ock. And there was a point where Dr. Octopus, as Spider-Man, was trying to still be Spider-Man, and he was fighting the Scorpion, didn't realize how strong he was, punched Scorpion's jaw right off. Are you frozen?
I'm just confused by comics.
Yeah, I know it's confusing. But when he accidentally injured the police officer, he almost killed them.
Yeah. So Peter went emo Peter for a second. I was kind of hoping to see Scorpion use his like mindfucky venom tail, like just kind of like clip Peter on the cheek or something, and then Peter's like,
so we can see some kind of effect.
Yeah.
Plus, with the added benefit of he's being controlled by a telepath, that telepath would weaken Peter's mind and then
jump into it. Yep.
Oh, that would have been sick. Detective DeWolf reprimands him, making it clear that Spider-Man's growing recklessness is becoming a danger to the very people he is supposed to protect. I felt bad. I felt bad for him because he lost control. The thing that's going on with his body has taken over his mind for a second.
He felt bad.
Yeah, he snapped out of it. And he goes, did I kill that person? Did I get, like, he started freaking out. And then the detective was like, dude, you gotta lock in, dude. Whatever's going on up there, whatever, Fix it now.
I have a confession.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
I think people shit on the Amazing Spider-Man 1 suit too much. I think it's really cool.
Oh, yeah, me too.
The really angular eyes.
And how they were made out of sunglasses.
Yeah, I thought that was really fucking cool. And people were like, eh. And then the Amazing Spider-Man 2 suit, I'm like, his head's too round.
I can understand his head being too round, but it was still such an awesome suit.
It was cool, but the first one was also dope because it looked more homemade.
Oh, yeah, the homemade vibe was really cool. It was a nice like version 2 of Spider-Man's suit, because I like the whole version 1 of it being like a sweatsuit and him wearing a cheaply sewn on luchador mask kind of thing.
Yeah.
But then, he's carrying over version 2 suit, a little more sleeker, but still made out of shit he found at Walmart. Realizing that he needs to understand what is happening to his body, Peter returns to Bruce Banner for help. Banner explains that he has experienced suppressing his own transformation into the Hulk through an inhibitor device. I did not like the way that made my tongue feel. Banner explains that he has experienced suppressing his own transformation into the Hulk through an inhibitor device using a small interfering RNA and siRNA. Why are you throwing all these fucking science things, dude? Just say inhibitor device.
It's the movie.
Peter takes the basic concept and builds an inhibitor chip of his own. Stop laughing at me. Trying my best. Peter takes the basic concept and builds an inhibitor of his own, hoping to regain control over his increasingly unstable abilities. While testing the device, however, the telepath discovers Peter's apartment and finds the unsent letter he had written to MJ. Ooh, shit's getting juicy.
That's fucked up.
No, yeah, this telepath is like crossing boundaries left and right.
They read that letter and was like, damn. That sucks, though. She's gonna die.
Whew, I don't know who this MJ is, but I'm gonna find her.
Kill her like Aunt May.
Yep. The letter reveals Peter's identity and his feelings for her, giving them the information they need to target MJ directly. Peter races to protect her, but the telepath possesses MJ and nearly kills her before Peter manages to save her.
That was fucked up because I fucking knew. This is one of the parts that I called when
I'm sitting there and I'm like, yo, wait, was that easy? Just True Love's kid? And then, there's something funky's happening right here.
As soon as he rescued MJ and got her on that roof, I was just like, nah, that's fucking, that telepath is in the mind. She's shark's eyes.
The encounter finally gives Peter the identity of the person behind the attacks. Jean Elaine Grey.
Her name's Elaine? What is she, fucking Seinfeld?
A powerful telepath capable of taking control of other people's minds and bodies. Played by Sadie Sink, Jean is introduced not as an established member of the X-Men, but as a young woman whose extraordinary abilities have been exploited by damage control, and whose actions are driven by a desperate search for her missing sister.
This was something that I did not call.
No, that it was Jean Grey?
Yeah, when it was like, oh, it's Jean Grey, I was like, oh.
Yeah, no, I was 100% convinced it was Jean Grey, because you're not going to cast a notable up-and-coming actress who's redheaded, naturally, and not say she's going to be Jean Grey or MJ. And we already have MJ.
I don't know a lot of redheaded, characters.
I mean, there's Black Widow, there's Mystique, there's Jean Grey, MJ. Trying to think of another one. There's Medusa from Thunderbolts. Not Thunderbolts. The Inhumans. With MJ now directly involved in the danger, Peter takes her to Frank Castle's hideout for protection, which was real super fucking funny bit.
It was really hilarious. That shit was loaded up like a Vietnam vet's house.
Yeah, I'm like, you're not going to walk into Frank Castle's house and not have to avoid as many traps as you can fit into 1 square foot.
He goes, watch your step and look out for the claymores. I don't want to spend all afternoon picking you guys up.
Now, I want to know how he set all that up. Because he had a whole like Ewok forest full of like weird contraption traps, and then at the end, claymores.
Dude, he lived in an abandoned shipyard. Of course he's gonna have like shit in there.
The unlikely partnership gives MJ an opportunity to become an active participant in the story, rather than simply someone Peter has to protect. She helps Peter complete his inhibitor technology. Could you say inhibitor 5 times fast real quick? I need to feel better.
Every time you ask me to do this, I do it and you get mad that I don't say it fast enough.
Do it.
Inhibitor, 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 inhibitor.
Fuck.
Yeah!
She helps Peter complete his inhibitor technology,
I was really hoping I wouldn't fuck up.
eventually allowing him to create a universal inhibitor.
See? You said it.
If I say it like you, I can do it. Inhibitor, 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 inhibitor.
You said say it fast. I said it fast.
Eventually allowing him to create a universal inhibitor capable of suppressing the abilities of other superpowered individuals. Dangerous technology here, Petey boy. You don't want to do that.
Hibbity, 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 hibbity.
Inhibbity, hibbity, hibbity. I'm the scat man. Hibbity, hibbity, hibbity,
You
hibbity.
turn into Porky Pig. Hibbity, hibbity, hibbity.
Yeah, Peter creating a universal inhibitor chip. Dangerous technology.
You're altering your mutations on the cellular level. I'm Bruce Banner. Hey, I'm hulking out over here.
Here's the thing. I have a theory. Because Peter created an inhibitor
Hibbity,
to
hibbity.
disable all powers and mutant genes, I'll say.
He's gonna revive Aunt May.
No, Aunt May's gonna stay dead.
Shit.
Damage Control is gonna take that inhibitor and use that to start the mutant holocaust against the X-Men.
Is that what happened in Logan? So, wait. From my memory, because I've seen Logan once, the reason the mutants died out was because the government put a gene suppressant in the food?
Yeah, and corn syrup.
In corn syrup. Mighty dangerous that corn syrup is.
In Days of Future Past, in the like really depressing future like timeline, all the mutants have this collar that suppresses their genes so they can't use their powers. And yeah, essentially I'm thinking Damage Control is going to turn into that part of the government that's really trying to kill mutants. The need for the technology becomes clear when Jean attacks Damage Control headquarters while controlling Bruce Banner in his Hulk form. And it was funny because it started off as Professor Hulk. So it's like, you know, about 8 foot tall Hulk, not too big. But he's like, hey, Petey boy, it's me, the Hulk. Grabs him, he goes, I got your nose.
And then, like, he gets bitch slapped around a little bit, goes back to the Hulk, and he's like, oh, I didn't know you could get that big.
Yeah. The Hulk got increasingly larger.
Is that the first time that we've seen in the MCU movies that the Hulk does the power absorption and gets stronger?
It's not a power absorption, it's the angrier he gets, the bigger he gets.
Also, he's just fucking pissed.
He was pissed off. Apparently, it's been 5 years since the Hulk has been out.
Oh,
Yeah.
he busted his first nut in 5 years. Shit.
Peter and Frank attempt to stop them, but Jean takes control of Frank as well and uses him to gain access to the secure vault containing Damage Control agents. Peter eventually defeats the Hulk and uses a universal inhibitor chip to separate Jean from the people she has possessed, freeing both Banner and Castle.
Dude, Frank was having none of the Hulk, and Peter called him out on that shit. He goes, you just don't want to fight the Hulk, do you? And he's like, yeah, whatever.
My favorite part was when he's arguing with Peter. They're both having a very New York argument with each other, and Peter points and the Hulk's there, and then you see Frank Castle turn, he goes, oh shit, and the Hulk punched the ground and sunk him in. He's like, ow.
That's you and me arguing, and the fucking tweaker down the road is like throwing shit at us. We're like, no, hold the fuck on 1 second.
This is the first time we're seeing Frank deal with somebody that's not street level, and he is way out of his element. Because he's trying to shoot the Hulk. The Hulk's bulletproof.
I thought you were talking about Spider-Man, and he's the first one to like call Frank out on his shit.
Oh my god. However, Peter hears Jean mention the name that seems to be incredibly important to her. Sarah.
Sarah. Who's Sarah? I don't know. Maybe we should keep with the episode and you'll find out.
Yeah, start reading, Chris. Continue where I left off. I hope you stutter more than I ever will.
That's not gonna happen. Sometimes it does.
It will.
Sometimes it does.
Come on.
But not
Come on. Come on.
I will say, so I didn't realize
Stutter
that.
God, smite him down.
I will say, I didn't realize that Jean Grey and Jean DeWolf had the same name. So when I was writing the script, I was like, oh, Jean Grey, right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, okay, Jean Grey. And then I was writing Detective DeWolf. I go, oh, that's interesting. Detective Jean DeWolf.
Jean DeWolf.
I was like,
Jean-Claude
I
DeWolf.
was like, oh, that makes sense. Peter is curious about the name Sarah and returns to Bill Metzger for answers. But Metzger claims Sarah was just an old colleague that he remembered while Jean was possessing him.
I don't trust this fucker as far as I could throw him.
And I can't throw him.
throw him.
Now, I'm not the Hulk.
He looks about 200, so I can't do it.
Convinced, Peter heads back to Frank's compound. When Peter returns to MJ, he discovers that she found the letter he originally wrote to her. Ooh. This finally gives him the opportunity to tell her everything. That he is Peter Parker, and that they were once together, and that he still loves her. Unfortunately, the conversation does not result in the reunion Peter imagined. MJ genuinely does not remember their relationship and does not return his feelings. For Peter, this becomes another painful reminder, much like Aunt May's death, that the consequences of Doctor Strange's spell cannot simply be undone because he wants them to be.
I saw a lot of people shitting on MJ about this and about the follow-up where she's about to leave and then she comes back and she's like, hey, could you swing me back home because you took me all the way across the city and I don't know how to get out of here and there's so many booby traps.
So people were mad at MJ?
People were mad at MJ because they're like, oh, you don't love Peter anymore? You don't love Peter? They don't understand. This is very nuanced, all right? I have a theory, but she don't remember anything. And it's just some random guy, all right? She's seen him maybe like a handful of times around after the spell. So she genuinely does not remember him. Although I have a theory that she does. But stop being mad at her for like the smallest things. She doesn't owe Peter anything. Peter owes her everything.
And you owe me $20.
I do not, man. I paid you off.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, remember?
Mm-mm.
Yeah, you remember at the cookout?
Nuh-uh.
When I got that hot dog?
No.
I gave you like $20 right there.
No, you let me have a bite.
That's it. Yep.
$20 bite. It's the chili and the cheese that really added up. MJ leaves to go home, but then turns around immediately because she needs a ride. But I will say, jokingly, when she did that, I was like, come on.
He just broke the guy's eye. You're going to ask him for a ride home. But at the same time,
valid.
Understandable.
Valid. Peter agrees to bring her back to the apartment. But before he can leave, MJ invites Peter inside so he can say hi to Ned, allowing him to spend time with the two people he once considered his closest friends. Because Aunt May is dead, even though neither of them remembers the life they shared with him.
Love to make a grown man cry. And he was still in his full Spider-Man suit, too. Oh, that's another thing I really loved about this movie. His mask was on the entire goddamn time, and he only took it off when it really mattered.
I do like how she brought him up. He's like, hey, you want to say hi to Ned? He's a big Spider-Man fan. And then he like comes into the apartment and then Ned's like, oh my God, the Spidey tracker. Like, that means he's in the vicinity. And then MJ is like, hey, Ned, look up. Hi, Ned.
Oh,
he's literally like this. Hey, how you doing? I'm Peter Parker. And then this fucking Ned just like dies.
Yeah.
And then he buys Bon Me for them.
I really like how they still keep that Ned and MJ are really, really, really fucking smart.
I like how they're also really close.
Yeah.
Like they went to MIT together and like lived together the entire time.
Another thing, I really like is that they kind of meshed MJ and Gwen Stacy together for Zendaya's character, because MJ isn't a genius. Originally, she's like an actress in the Insomniac Spider-Man game, and I think in the comics she's a reporter, kind of like a April O'Neil kind of deal. Bars. In this one, she made her really smart, and so that it could make sense that she's at this gifted school and she went to MIT and everything.
Is Gwen Stacy smart?
Yeah, Gwen Stacy's like really, really smart.
Okay, I don't remember that.
So they kind of meshed them together. And I really like that. And then also Ned being really smart too, figuring out how the web shooters work.
Yeah, he called that shit out.
Yeah, it's like you watching a movie.
And Peter was like, no, shut up.
He's like, oh, I bet you don't know how my web shooters work. He's like, well, you know, I bet it's a liquid based formula, and then you shoot it out this kind of like twirly thingy, and then it hardens in the air and becomes webs. You don't realize how much that could piss somebody off. We had that moment yesterday. We were playing zombies, and I was like, "Ooh, I have a fun fact I want to tell during the episode." And then later on in the night, you were like, "Yeah, is it that like scorpions are they can glow under black light and they're nocturnal and everything?" And I was like, yeah.
No, there were nuances to this, because you go, oh yeah, I have a fun fact about scorpions later. And I go, oh cool, what is it? And then you jokingly like, did you know scorpions are arachnids? And I'm like, yeah, like spiders. And did you know that they also glow under black light because of their exoskeletons? And then you just whisper to me, that was my fun fact, you son of a bitch.
I didn't say that. I was like, that was my fun fact.
No, you meant that though. While Ned leaves to pick up the banh mi he ordered, hell yeah, Peter asks MJ what it was like to be possessed by Jean. MJ describes that she can't remember a single thing from the encounter.
This lady can't forget. She can't remember anything.
And you know what? Peter then realizes that Metzger lied about what he knows.
Yup. Just like the government. Lying about everything. Kidnapping people for their perfectly good powers.
Peter then contacts Yelena, who searches the redacted damage control files and uncovers the truth about Sarah, all while still in her office.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We never mentioned that her office is a bathhouse. She's like, Peter walks in full Spider-Man suit. She goes, you're not going to take it off. And he's like, nah, it's like my secret identity. She's like, well, I can only trust you if you take it all off. And he goes, all right. So he goes into the changing room, comes back out, mask still on, undies still on.
That's a suit from Spider-Man, the game.
It is. Also, I really like the added detail of all the bruising and all the his injuries.
Continuity.
Yeah, because he's been fighting constantly every single day.
Again, like Batman Returns. No, The Dark Knight Rises. When he goes back to the doctor for the first time, he like takes off his shirt and he's all bruised up and he's like, hey, this is a normal knee. This is your knee. You have no cartilage left.
You're not going to sell me on the Dark Knight.
I don't need to. You're already in too deep.
Listen. We had this conversation with your high school friends, and they agreed with me. Okay? Your opinion doesn't matter anymore.
I'm going to do that to like, I'm going to ask a waiter for their recommendation. And after they're done, I just go, your opinion doesn't matter.
Your opinion doesn't matter.
And then I'm going to order something completely different.
You got to give them a good tip after that. That'd be really, you got to pull that next time I see you guys. We're going to go to a restaurant. And I want you to pull that off.
One, you're going to have to remind me. Two, they're going to spit in our food.
Oh my god. Sarah
Gray was Jean's sister, and she had been kidnapped by Damage Control. Peter essentially invades the Damage Control facility on Roosevelt Island to rescue Jean. But it has already begun. Metzger starts his experiments on Jean, just as he did on Sarah, treating her powers as something to be studied and controlled, rather than helping her understand what happened to her sister. Jean eventually realizes that VMAX was never the name of a secret weapon, or a classified project. Instead, and this was fucked up, it was a weathered label on the air vent in the facility right above the chair she was strapped to where her sister was held. And the word VMAX was the last thing Sarah saw before she died.
That's rough.
Furious and devastated, she unleashes an enormous psionic field that extends roughly a mile from the Roosevelt Island facility, freezing everyone caught within its range. Now, this is an important part of the story because it was heavily stated that her powers could only reach like 33 feet.
Yeah, that's her jump range.
Because at one point, Peter captures her essentially who body hopped in a person inside of a helicopter suspended. And he's like, hey, bitch, there's no people 33 feet around here. You're fucked.
Yeah. And then I didn't realize the guy could just, or Jean could have just hopped out of the body and be like, all right, fuck that guy.
Peter's the only person capable of moving freely through the field, allowing him to enter the facility and confront Jean. The final confrontation becomes as much a battle over Peter's own identity as it is a fight against Jean. Jean refuses Peter's attempts to reason with her and uses the hand against him. Not like the group The Hand, she backhands the shit out of it.
Yeah, big psionic hand shows up.
Oh, it's Master and Crazy Hand.
Yeah.
Forcing Peter into a brutal fight against the same organization he had previously defeated in his career as Sputterman. Unable to fight them off, Peter realizes he no longer should suppress his changing powers and rely on an inhibitor. He removes it and finally accepts the abilities he has been struggling to control throughout the movie. Rather than suppressing his new powers, he learns to use them deliberately, defeating the Hand and preventing Jean from killing Metzger.
This is such a cool sequence
so
because
good.
he punched the ninja like crazy, and the ninja was about to hit this like big spike in the fence, and then he all of a sudden stops, and Peter had webbed him so he didn't get impaled. And, beats the shit out of him, does web blossom on the way down, webs up all the ninjas, and then he swings up, goes right through the fencing and right through the door, and kind of surfs on the door a little bit, sliding across like aura farming. And I was just like, God damn, Petey boy.
He webbed the two damage control guys with the thunder guns, and before the thunder guns would completely destroy his webbing, but this time because it's organic webbing, it went through.
It's true, because that was a cool point that Jane made to Peter, was damage control, even though he's working with damage control has contingencies against Spider-Man too. So even Spider-Man's not safe from them.
I find myself sometimes siding with these organizations' decisions because think about this. Same thing with Superman. We cannot fully rely on the heroes to always be good. So if something were to happen like it did with Superman and Spider-Man with the raging bullshit, how the fuck are we going to defeat these guys? We got to have some sort of protection.
I'm all for contingencies, because Batman has contingencies for every single member of the Justice League, right?
Even himself. A gun with a bullet.
Yeah. And I'm not gonna shit on Batman for that, because it's Batman, But I don't trust a government organization with this kind of thing.
I don't either.
Because they're gonna see the inhibitor chip, right? They're gonna see that and be like, oh, now we can have something to control somebody instead of being preventative.
True.
So it really matters the
who it is,
intention, and who it is.
Peter then makes a completely different choice than he has made throughout most of his life as Spider-Man. Instead of simply overpowering Jean, he allows her to enter his mind. Jean experiences Peter's memories and sees the people he has lost, including Aunt May, because she's dead.
Oh yeah, Aunt May died.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys knew that.
But she's alive in our hearts.
Yeah, and she got stiffed out of a $200 game of pool.
What's that from?
So Joe Pesci had to come around and beat the shit out of the guy.
My cousin Vinny, I fucking knew it.
she witnesses the love May had for Peter up until the point she died.
Yeah.
And finally understands that he is someone who is capable of understanding her grief. Peter recognizes the same thing in Jean. Both have lost someone they loved, and both have been shaped by that loss. Peter cannot bring Sarah back, or Aunt May, but he offers Jean something damage control never did. Understanding, compassion, and the possibility of having someone beside her while she deals with her grief. Before Jean can fully resolve the conflict, yikes, Frank Castle fires at her from a distance with like a Barrett 50 cal.
And this is where I really like the callback, or not the callback, but the utilization of the Chekhov's gun kind of thing of, oh, Peter's senses are heightened now, like they're amplified. And I thought that was just gonna be one of the things, like, oh, in this scene he hears Frank cocking the gun back and he's like, oh shit, and then yup, Jean Kaputskis.
Frank Castle fires at her from a distance. Peter senses the shot and throws himself between Castle and Jean, taking the bullet himself, like directly in the back.
Yeah.
The injury is near fatal, but the sacrifice finally causes Jean to stop fighting. She drops the massive psionic field and uses her powers to keep Peter alive until he can receive medical attention. I saw a meme where this guy goes, when you're within the mile of Roosevelt Island and you got a shit, and he takes his pants down right above the toilet and then it goes boom.
Oh yeah. I didn't realize that Jean was using her powers to save Peter until like later on. I think that's when they really revealed it. But yeah, Punisher's face when he realizes what happened.
Oh my god, I've never seen somebody so devastated. Peter eventually wakes up in a hospital with Frank Castle by his side, snoring. Peter wakes up and then cause it shows that Jean went away, she's on a bus and she's like, okay, I relieve you of your sins. And then Peter wakes up and then you just hear and you turn to the left and you see Nick asleep.
I don't snore. You snore.
You snore too.
Nuh-uh.
Buddy, trust me, I've seen you sleep enough times to know that you snore.
No.
There, Castle expresses genuine remorse for what happened and explains that Jean was responsible for keeping Peter alive. Dude, Frank was crying like a bitch.
Oh, a little thing I caught. When Punisher was carrying Spider-Man into the hospital, it perfectly recreated the scene in the comic Civil War. Peter gets his ass handed to him, belt to ass by Iron Man after he kind of switches sides, and Punisher's the one that brings Spider-Man to safety, and he brings him to the hospital. Same thing, carrying Spider-Man in his arms, and he goes, "Get some help!"
Didn't know that. Nice callback. In the aftermath, Jean leaves New York. Bill Metzger disappears, and Damage Control comes under investigation for its treatment of people with extraordinary abilities. Peter's own story ends quietly rather than with another massive battle. He visits Aunt May's grave. You wanna know why?
Because she's dead.
She's dead. And promises that he will stop trying to handle everything alone. For 4 years, Peter had convinced himself that isolation was the price of protecting everyone he loved. But his experience with Jean forces him to recognize that shutting people out has only left him lonely. Later, when talking on the phone with Detective DeWolf, Peter allows her to handle the situation rather than immediately throwing himself into the fight, recognizing that he doesn't have to be responsible for every problem in New York. The final emotional beat comes when Peter sees Ned again. He's in the corner. Patches of hair are missing. He's just drinking the shark protein drink.
Yeah.
He's shaking.
Turning into the hobgoblin. Oh, theory. Got a
theory. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We'd lost the contract and Oscorp would be dead.
My theory, that shark drink is going to turn Ned into the hobgoblin. but it's really just a tweaker.
The final emotional beat comes when Peter sees Ned again and finally introduces himself as Peter Parker. Ned still does not remember their friendship, and the spell has not been reversed. But Peter initiates their old handshake, which Ned begins to instinctively perform as if it were jogging his memory. Plot hole. I just thought of this. He introduces himself as Peter Parker. Ned heard that Spider-Man's name was Peter.
That's true.
What the fuck? It is a small moment that suggests Peter may not be able to reclaim his old life, but he can still build a new one. One brand new day at a time.
Ooh, I love the cheese ball in this at the end.
Yeah. I was so proud of that.
All right, should we save our theories for after the fun facts or now?
Okay, let's do it now. Fuck it.
Okay, so I have a theory. I have a theory that MJ, her memory did come back in the same way that Ned's did at the end. It wasn't all of a sudden, but it was jogging.
Okay.
She remembered her feelings for Peter, but because she was so hurt, what if one memory that popped in was the last moment she saw him from her, from No Way Home, where he promised that he would find her and explain everything, but he didn't. And so she was hurt by that and decided she needed more time to think about it, more like she needed like the space and everything, and pretended like she didn't remember.
Interesting.
Another theory. I don't remember Peter like introducing himself as Peter to Ned in the bodega.
I remember that. He was like, "Hey, my name's Peter."
That was a weird thing. Peter never, even like just as himself, not as Spider-Man. Anytime he met somebody, he just gave them a fake name, and that's another like a thing I think is like, oh, I don't want anybody to get close kind of thing. So I'm just going to give them a fake name. Like, dude, nobody remembers you. You can just say your real name. Nothing's going to happen.
Yeah, but then he's got to be careful on the street when he actually uses like Peter or something like that.
I guess.
Man, that's what started this whole fucking Mysterio, ruined everything.
Was I the only one that thought Bruce Banner was acting weird?
In what sense?
When he turns back into Bruce Banner the first time.
Wait, when Bruce got pulled out of the tower, and House Analyst was heartbroken because she just thought that Bruce Banner killed himself, essentially. And like, I had to turn around and go, hey, he can't die.
It's like, hey, they mentioned in multiple movies that you can't take the L.
He literally tried to kill himself with a gun, and then the Hulk was like, nope, patooey.
There's 2 scenes in the MCU showing Bruce Banner jumping out of a high, like, flying vehicle, him landing in the ground, and then coming back as the Hulk.
Do you remember when he does that in Ragnarok and just fucking dies on the Rainbow Bridge? And then the dog is like pawing at him,
nudging him.
Oh my god.
Everybody's confused. In the scene where he turns back to Bruce Banner after becoming the Hulk the first time and kind of like getting out of Jean Grey's control.
Yeah.
He starts freaking out because he's like, oh, she took I lost my inhibitor. That's the only thing keeping the monster outside. That he says, he's like, that's the only thing keeping the monster away. And I'm like, why is he acting like that? Yeah, like the writing there felt really weird. Like it felt out of character.
Not that I disagree with you, but I can kind of see what they're going with. It's because to me, the Hulk is kind of like a drug addict relapsing, I feel. Because he's been technically sober of the Hulk for, I mean, what is it, 5 years? He said 4 years. And all of a sudden, he has no memory of going Hulk. And then he comes back and he's like, fuck, I went Hulk. I know what happens when I go Hulk. Who died?
Yeah. I mean, Jesus. But it was just, like, the way he was acting just felt really off. I thought it was still Jean Grey, just to get the inhibitor off of Peter.
I don't like how it ended for Hulk, though. I don't like how he kind of got, like, taken away.
All right.
Fun fact time.
Fun fact time.
Fun fact time.
So, first one, I'll do it. This marks the first appearance of the Punisher in a live-action theatrical film since Punisher Warzone in 2008, also making this Jon Bernthal's Punisher's first appearance in an MCU feature film after appearing in multiple television series on Netflix and Disney+.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he was in Daredevil. He was in his own Punisher series for 2 seasons. I think he was in The Defenders.
Okay, so this is an interesting one. A scene from Star Wars Episode 5, The Empire Strikes Back, is briefly seen on one of Ned's computer screens. It's specifically the scene where the Snowwalker trips and falls on Hoth, and it's the same exact scene Spider-Man references during the airport battle in Captain America Civil War. The more fun part of this fact, for me specifically, is that I was watching the end credits scene, and when I saw it's all the way at the end. Like, I think it might be either the last one or like second to last one. It was a credit thanking Lucasfilm for allowing use of scenes from Empire. And I remember turning to in-house analysts, I'm like, when the hell was Star Wars on screen?
You didn't notice the Star Wars scene?
Nope.
I noticed it immediately.
I could have been like fist deep in popcorn and not have noticed, but like...
Chris, I was high while watching this movie. And I still noticed it. I'm surprised you didn't notice it on the screen, though.
I had no idea. I mean, was it like up in your face?
Low key, yeah, kinda. It was well and shot in the background.
I just might have to see this movie again.
Yeah. Well, rewatch. When Peter Parker walks into the store to buy flowers in the beginning of the movie, you can see Beero on one of the shelves. This is Tom Holland's own brand of non-alcoholic beer. As a fun fact, Tom Holland used to be an alcoholic.
That's not a fun fact.
It's a melancholic fact. I know it's a fun fact because now he's not an alcoholic. You know? He's normal.
Oh my god. Tom, if you're listening, sorry.
Congratulations.
But like a mini fun fact for me based off this, I actually learned this recently while I was on set that he has a beer brand. It literally like just popped up in a discussion. I don't know why, but I thought it was really weird that like coincidentally his beer brand was in the movie. And I remember on set saying, he's an alcohol. He was like, he's a recovering alcoholic. Why does he have beer? And then Sir Rob just goes, oh, it's not alcoholic. And I'm like, how do you know this? What insight do you have on Tom?
No, I remember seeing something about his non-alcoholic beer before, because I think he posted it on Instagram or something.
Here's the thing. I'm not drinking beer because I like it. Okay. I don't like beer, so I'm not going to be buying. I'm not saying like don't buy non-alcoholic beer. I'm just saying I'm not going to be buying any of the beer. All right, next one. Marvin Jones III appears in a cameo as the crime lord Lonnie Lincoln, aka Tom B. Stone. That was the dumbest joke we've said this entire episode.
Tom B. Stone.
Tom B. Stone. Jones previously voiced Tombstone in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse. Fun fact.
That's cool. Also, I kind of like the name Lonnie. This is a fun name.
Is Lonnie like a nickname?
I don't know. Maybe it's like one of those things where you see like a name that sounds like a nickname being the government name.
If I were named Lawrence, I would want to be named Lonnie.
Can't choose it.
If I was Lawrence, my nickname, I'd be like, I'm Lonnie. Or Law. Like, yo, it's Law.
If you're getting Lonnie, I'm not calling you Law. I will shoot you with a gun before I call you Law.
It's from Tekken. There's a character in Tekken. His name is Law, and he's basically like a rebrand of Bruce Lee. He's like, Hwah!
Now I'm going to go legally buy a bazooka so I can shoot you with that before I ever call you Law.
No, shoot me with a M2 Law.
You make it really hard to do this.
It must be really difficult being you.
So here's one that I got wrong.
Oh.
So yeah, there in the movie, there's a scrunchie that Sarah Gray wears, Jean Grey's sister, that is green and yellow.
Yes.
I originally thought it was blue and yellow, and I was thinking, oh shit, X-Men, right? Because it's the X-Men colors, blue and yellow. Now I'm learning that it's not actually blue and yellow, it's green and yellow, and that references Jean Grey's comic accurate suit, which is green and yellow. But to keep the identity of Sadie Sink's character a secret, decoy names were used on the set, And as soon as the information leaked that Sync was involved in the film, several theories about her character arose, including one suggesting that she might play Gwen Stacy.
Yo, one, interesting. Two, I just looked up Jean Grey's suit. High key kind of looks like Rose suit.
Let me see. Yeah, kind of. It's just like the yellow spandex suit. But why would anybody think that Sadie Sink would be playing Gwen Stacy?
I mean, to be fair, Bryce Dallas Howard has red hair, and she played Gwen Stacy. And wait a minute, so does Emma Stone, and she played Gwen Stacy. Oh my god, wait. Now this theory is unfolding. Why does every redhead play Gwen Stacy?
You know what's funny? Kirsten Dunst, a blonde.
She played MJ.
With red hair.
Wrong character. But I get your point.
No, but like
she went from blonde
you
to
see
red.
What I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's the opposite.
Was there an MJ in Amazing Spider-Man? No.
No. Oh, there was going to be one. She was played by that one girl in Fault in Our Stars. It was in a deleted scene. Wait, Zendaya plays a good MJ, and she's a brunette.
She had pink hair in The Greatest Showman.
Huh?
Yeah, don't you remember? Did you ever see Greatest Showman?
But what is that? Why does that matter?
Why does it matter? Why does any of this matter?
It doesn't.
Exactly.
Nothing in life matters.
You're damn right.
But might as well make it as fun as you can. Absurdism.
Final fun fact. There were several references to the Marvel's Spider-Man PlayStation video game series in this movie. Not only were the action sequences and camera work strongly influenced by the games, there were a few Easter eggs easily recognizable to gamers. Gamers.
Get my Dorito and Mountain Dew.
For example, the tank from the early movie chase sequence and the stun batons used by Damage Control throughout the film were both taken directly from the games. When Peter meets Yelena in her bathhouse, he is made to strip down to his mask and boxer briefs. This same costume design was inspired by one of the Spider-Man video game skins.
Skins specifically because he's naked. Off to the fun questions though.
Okay.
What did you like the most in the movie?
I liked the groundedness of the movie, much like The Dark Knight. Suck it, bitch.
You're wrong. It's nowhere near the same. I just think you're wrong.
Die.
No.
No. So what did you like most?
All right, I think I mentioned this earlier. I really liked that Spider-Man kept that mask on the entire time.
Okay.
Well, it like any kind of public setting, that mask stayed on. He only really took it off when it mattered or if he was alone looking at his phone.
Or that one scene where he's drinking coffee with Frank and he does the lift up, like, and then Frank goes, "That is the dumbest shit I've ever seen." One thing that I kind of disliked about the movie is I feel like we didn't really get to see more of his powers. The movie, I get it. The point was to subdue them. The black eyes situation, like, it happened twice. The organic webs, we didn't get a lot of like action with them except for the last fight scene. Like every time he swung around, I kind of wanted to see that. Also, another thing that I've noticed with Tom Holland's Spider-Man, you rarely see him climb walls.
That's true. He's usually just kind of sticking to something.
Yeah, Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man.
Huh.
You see him climbing a lot. Andrew Garfield's Spider-Man. You see him climb too. I think I could count on my one good hand, the amount of times that Peter maybe climbed a wall in this movie.
Yeah, because I'm like thinking, anytime you see him on a vertical surface, he's like walking or he's like running across a wall. He's not really like crawling against it.
Yeah.
That's an interesting catch. I never thought about that.
The last time I think I saw him climb something maybe was the Washington Monument from Far From Home.
Yeah. And then that one, he was like scared of heights.
Yeah.
Huh. Well, I guess something I did dislike. This one, I got a funny one, and I got a real one. Funny one, I didn't like the organic web scene where he like was like, "Go web," and the web just started like unloading like crazy, and he's like, "Oh no!"
I liked it. That
was really funny how he got thrown back. He's like, "Oh shit!" But it just kept going and going and going, and it's just like weirdly disgusting.
I thought it was funny.
No, it was really funny. It's just like I was just. It was just the one where he like applied pressure and then it started like kind of leaking out.
Yeah.
But something I disliked was kind of the lack of information on how Peter's getting this money.
Yeah.
You really don't understand how he's surviving. Like, they could have thrown in that he's taking pictures for the Daily Bugle or doing something like that. Not even as like a main thing. That's it's just can be like a background activity that he's doing while something important's happening for the plot. But yeah, it's just like, how does he have an apartment? How is he paying for these flowers? Like, is he doing a vampire thing where he's like taking some of the money from the criminals? But he's a superhero with crazy morals, so he's not going to do that.
I don't know. I think maybe he got something from Tony Stark.
That has to be like the only viable answer to that.
Yeah. Okay. So which character like really stood out to you and was your favorite?
Not a lot of characters to go off of.
I really liked Punisher in this movie. I have not seen any of the Punisher shit. I saw the original movie and that was it. Like the one from, I think it was like the early 2000s.
It'd be really funny if you watch Daredevil season 2 where the Punisher's in it. You just watch that one season and then jump right to Brand New Day. Crazy difference. Because the shows he's in, that motherfucker's ruthless and it's dark.
I think I've seen the prison scene.
Yeah, the one where he's like, it's the hallway scene, but he starts fucking killing everybody. So yeah, go from that to Brand New Day, where he's more camp.
Yeah.
So that's something I was teetering on while watching the movie. On one hand, Punisher's supposed to be like really brooding, like lone wolf kind of dude, kills people, gray, like was it anti-hero, yeah. And then here he's kind of played up and caricaturized, but in like a lighthearted way.
I liked it. I
did too. It was really entertaining, but it was just like at the same time, I'm like, is this really the Punisher?
No, but that's fine. Is that really the Hulk? Is that really Iron Man coming back as fucking Doctor Doom?
No. Here's my theory on that.
Jesus. Okay, what about you? What was your favorite character?
I'm gonna say Peter. Because
fuck you.
It's a cop-out.
It's a cop-out. No, but we have the unspoken rule you can't choose a main character.
Too bad. So I'm going to go Peter here because I really like the character growth you can see immediately. You're not seeing a kid who needs a mentor and he's kind of like let loose. You're seeing somebody who's been Spider-Man for a good minute now, and he's his own person. He's staying... he's kind of doing his own thing away from the Avengers and everything. And in terms of his interactions with other superheroes, he's not played as like a kid anymore. He's got his own opinions. He's very blunt with Frank about his way of doing things. And with Jean Grey, he plays up more of a mentorship role.
I would say, piggybacking off of what my favorite part about the movie was, I really liked the introduction as to like what Spider-Man was doing those 4 years.
Yeah, like not leaving us in the dark on that. Like I really like that too. Speaking of like Spider-Man, you know, keeping to himself and everything, do you think he made the right choice staying away from MJ and Ned?
I think he made the right choice for them. Like he made the best choice that he could for them. For him, I think it was the wrong choice because it was eating him alive.
I differ here because I don't think he made the right choice staying away from them. I think he made the choice for them, and that's not the way to go about it. You know what I mean?
Well, he made the choice for them at the end of the other movie too.
Yeah, but it was to fix the current problem at hand. He could have gone back. He was ready to go back and find them. He found them already, but he decided, no, I gotta keep them safe. They shall never know who I am again, but still continues to stalk them.
So here's the thing. If he would have actually found them, I feel like they would have gone back to square one of like, we don't have any memory of you.
Yeah, that's where the writers kind of, not square one, but like, they kind of got rid of all the weight from that last decision.
Yeah.
To have Doctor Strange do the spell. They wrote themselves in a corner there. So I think overall for this movie, they should have kept MJ and Ned out of the movie and started new characters. Have Gwen Stacy come in or Harry Osborn show up in a way, and he can develop more connections.
In the mind of like a producer for this movie, I think that would have been a death sentence to not have Ned and MJ in this movie.
I mean, you could have them in it, but like not have them be the focus. Just Peter watches them every now and then, but he starts a new life, and then eventually he gains that connection with MJ and Ned in different ways.
I would have liked to have seen him try to find Doctor Strange.
Oh, yeah.
Because, like, I kind of want to know what he's up to.
Yeah, he kind of got that third eye after Multiverse of Madness.
Oh, I forgot about that shit.
I don't know what Doctor Strange is getting up to now.
Shit. You're right. So, kind of like going back to if Peter made the right choice for MJ and Ned, do you think you would try to get your old life back if you were him?
That's a toughie, man. I struggle now to like make new connections with people. So my like kind of thing is, are you gonna be mad at me if I like show up 5 years later? I'm like, hey, my name's Nick. We used to be best friends, but I had to have this wizard make a spell for people to forget about me. And yeah, like let's reconnect. Say your memory jogs and you remember. How mad would you be that I took 5 years to come find you?
I think I'd be like, what the fuck, dude? But so before you said that, practically I would have been like, you are a crazy person. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
A magical wizard. You're Spider-Man? Get the fuck out of here. Spider-Man's not Puerto Rican. Like, no.
Yeah, he is.
No, wrong Spider-Man.
I'm just not the half black, half Puerto Rican Spider-Man. I'm just a full Puerto Rican one.
So Miles Morales takes care of all. Where is he from? Harlem?
I want to say Brooklyn.
I thought Miles Morales was from Harlem. Is Miles Morales from Harlem? Oh, he's from Brooklyn. Then why was
Luke Cage is from Brooklyn. I'm in Harlem.
Yes, Miles Morales lives in Harlem in the Spider-Man universe.
Which one?
Oh, sorry. The Spider-Man video game universe.
Oh, okay.
So, like, where were we going with this?
I don't know.
You are the Puerto Rican Spider-Man.
From Cleveland, Ohio.
Miles gets all of Harlem and Brooklyn, and you get, like...
I get...
the corner.
I get old Brooklyn, Ohio.
So do you think you try to get your old life back?
I would, I think. I'd be like, all right. But, man, this is going to be the shitty part. I could be like, all right, I'm going to reconnect with the people I want to reconnect with, and I can leave the bad eggs out.
Why is it the shitty part? I would do the same thing.
I know, but it's kind of like, I guess that could come off as shitty. I don't know.
That's also you holding the grudge. Like, fuck it.
That's true. I can hold a grudge.
Yes, you can. Okay. So the final question is specifically for you.
Yeah. You asked it, this one.
I told you, but so between me watching the movie and between you going to watch the movie, there was like maybe 2 hours, I think. 2 or 3 hours.
I saw it at 9:50. No, 10 something. 10:20.
I got out at like 9:30.
Okay.
And I told you, I was like, hey, here's some advice. And I was like, can I say one thing about the movie? No spoilers. And you go, if you spoil it for me, I'll kill you. You didn't say that, but like, you're like, no spoilers. I was like, I promise you it's not a spoiler. There is one end credit scene, and it is legitimately the last scene in the movie, like post credits. You have to sit through the whole thing. And I told you, the credits cock tease you with the spacing. Did you notice that?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was annoying. And I was just like, that was fucking useless. The end credit scene, because for those of you who didn't stay, the end credit scene is the UI of the Spider. Wait, what is it called? The Spider Tracker?
The Spider Tracker.
Yeah, it's the Spider Tracker app that Ned built. By the way, I love the UI. And it's like, Spider-Man not found. Spider-Man not found. Spider-Man found. Spider-Man found. And it like slowly pulls out of the earth, like Spider-Man found, and like moves past the moon. And then it says like location found, and then it cuts to black, and it just says Spider-Man will return, but it doesn't say in Avengers Doomsday, because fuck that shit.
So here's my theory. I think Spider-Man's not going to be in Avengers Doomsday, but he's going to be in Avengers Secret Wars. Secret Wars. Crazy shit here. Originally in the comics, in Secret Wars, that's when Spider-Man first meets Venom and gets the symbiote suit, right?
Oh, I get it now, Space.
Yeah, so what had happened was this guy, I think his name was the Beyonder, he got bored and he like really liked humans, or like really liked like battle and stuff. So he grabbed all the villains and all the like heroes, not all of them, but like a lot of the good heroes and villains from Earth, put them on something called Battle World and made them duke it out, right?
Have you ever seen the movie Accepted?
No.
It's a great, early 2000s, great movie. There's this one guy, and they're like, what do we do? We can't fight them or something like that. It's from the movie. And there's just one dude in the corner yells out, Battle Royale.
So, yeah, they gotta like duke it out. Spider-Man gets the Venom symbiote suit, and then, yeah. But, in that point, the Beyonder teleported all, like, or transported all the heroes from Earth to another planet in space. So my theory is that Spider-Man was transported to that battle world, and that was why it was like a sudden Spider-Man not found, location found in space. That's my main theory. Secondary theory. It ties in with Into the Spider-Verse. Tom Holland's Spider-Man goes into the Spider-Verse, gets transported to another universe.
Oh.
Tertiary theory.
Oh, God.
Which is it's the same thing as the secondary one. And I saw it and I was like, that's interesting. Not really holding out much hope for this one. It's Tom Holland Spider-Man gets transported to Tobey Maguire's universe and helps him out with the cataclysm that's about to happen because his world and X-Men are about to clash in Doomsday. Yeah, those are my three theories. First one's the most viable.
That he's
going to be in Secret Wars. And then, yeah. Ultimately, Spider-Man Brand New Day is a story about Peter Parker finally learning that being a hero doesn't mean having to be alone. He can't undo what happened to MJ and Ned, and he can't bring Aunt May back because she's dead.
Damn right
he can't reclaim the life he had before No Way Home. But he can choose what comes next. After spending 4 years trying to protect everyone by keeping them at a distance, Peter finally realizes that moving forward doesn't mean forgetting the people he's lost. It means carrying those memories with him while allowing himself to build something new. And with MJ, Ned, Jean Grey, and the rest of this new world around him, Peter's story feels less like a continuation of the life he lost and more like the beginning of something completely different. For the first time in a long time, Peter Parker isn't looking backward. He's ready for his brand new day. Ooh.
I give you chills, didn't it?
This one. He cooked with this one.
Yeah. And guys, I have to say, we lied. Aunt May's alive the entire time.
Oh, yeah. She's just in another universe.
Yeah.
And the other universe is upstairs.
She's with Tupac.
Yep.
She's with Tupac and Biggie in Cuba.
Oh, man. How's she dealing with this oil crisis?
Not good.
Oh, no.
And with that being said, we'd like to thank you, everybody, for once again listening to another episode of the Barely Literate Book and Movie Club. If you enjoyed the show, please give us a follow and rate us 5 out of 5 thwips.
5 out of 5.
5 out of 5, what is it? Shark energy drinks?
5 out of 5 shark. Wait, what was that?
Shark Fire Energy.
Shark Fire Energy.
Yeah, rate us 5 out of 5 and drink all 5 at the same time. Shark Fire Energy drinks on Spotify. Remember, we release a new episode every Monday. You can also find the show now available on our YouTube channel and on Apple Podcast, so you can feel free to enjoy wherever your swinging little heart desires.
Yes, and feel free to follow our Instagram and TikTok at Barely Literate BMC. Any social media with that's not the podcast itself, it's gonna be Barely Literate BMC. If you don't see us on a certain platform, like Blue Sky or something, let us know and we'll be like, fuck you. Just kidding. But that's where you can find that's where you can keep up to date with the newly released episodes and some stupid funny posts.
Yeah,
love it.
And then additionally, if you're lazy like me or Nick, you know, we're lazy as shit, you can find all of our social links in the episode descriptions, like our Instagrams, website, and all that fun stuff down below. Everything's already linked for you guys. Just go ahead and click it and read the description, because I try with those.
Finally, just as a reminder, I'm gonna ask nicely this time. No gun. This is a nice superhero movie. Really good feels at the end. You know.
I took the gun away, put a zip tie on the slide.
It's like Frank when he finds his gun on the wall after he wakes up. He goes, "Is that my gun?" We would love to hear your recommendations on books to read and movies to watch and spooky, scary stories to tell around the campfire.
Hell yeah.
So don't be shy. Hit us in the DMs. We would love to hear what you got.
Hit us, beat us, like hard. Alrighty, everybody. We hope you have a fantastic doing and whatever it is you are doing, and we will see you in the next episode. Jaws.
Yes. See you later. Stay sticky.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.